Hello everyone, my name is Akash and today's our topic is on cost of preference capital. So, what is the cost of preference capital? The cost of preference capital is a function of the dividend expected by investors. Preference capital is never issued with an intention not to pay dividends. Dividends is generally paid when company earns sufficient profits. The failure to pay dividends although does not cause bankruptcy, yet it can be a serious matter from the shareholder's point of view. The non-payment of dividend on preference capital may result in voting rights and control to the preference shareholder. Rate of return required by preference shareholder for supplying capital for financing the firm's investment project by purchasing various securities. The cost of preference capital is a function of the dividend expected by investors. The accumulation of preference dividend arrears may adversely affect the prospect of ordinary shareholder for receiving any dividend because dividend on preference capital represent a prior claim on profit. Also, the market value of equity share can be adversely affected if the dividends are not paid to the preference shareholder and therefore to the equity shareholder. For this reason, dividend on preference capital should be paid regularly. Expect when the firm does not make profit or it is in very tight cash position. So the various types of cost of capital. So there are explicit cost of capital, implicit cost of capital, specific cost of capital, weighted average cost of capital, and marginal cost of capital. What are different types of preference shares? That is the convertible preference shares. Now, the convertible preference shares are those shares that can be converted into equity shares on expiry of fixed period of time, and after converting, preference shareholders get all the rights of equity shareholder. Non-convertible preference shares. Non-convertible share preference shares which do not get converted into equity shares. They remain as preference shares throughout the lifetime of the company. Now, what is the redeemable preference shares? Those shares which can be redeemed on expiry of fixed period of time. Now, non-redeemable preference shares, those shares which are not redeemed during the lifetime of company and can be refunded only at a time of winding up of the company. Now, what is cumulative preference shares? The cumulative preference shares, the dividend gets accumulated for the year when the company is not earning profit. And non-cumulative preference shares, those preference shares where dividend does not get accumulated. Dividend is paid only for those year when company is earning profit. And lastly, the participating preference shares. Those shares which get share in surplus of profit of company. Shareholders get fixed rate of dividend if surplus profit is left after paying dividend to preference and equity shareholders. Now the formula to calculate the preference shares is before earning tax, that is the preference shares is equal to, that is the after tax into 1 divided by 1 minus tax rate, and after earning tax is equal to preference share is equal to DPS, that is the dividend per share divided by net profit into 100. Now preference share issued at par, premium and discount. So the formula at preference shares issued at par, that is preference shares is equal to R divided by P, where the P is equal to net proceeds is equal to face value minus flotation cost issued at premium, that is R divided by P, where P is equal to net proceeds is equal to face value plus premium minus flotation cost issued at discount, that is R divided by P, where P is equal to net proceeds is equal to face value minus discount minus flotation cost. So thank you for watching this video.